Welcome. I am Sonia from Healing Point, and welcome to the final conversation in the Flow of Life series, a journey of reconnecting with the deeper wisdom that moves through life. Over the past 7 videos, we've explored our relationship with the life that came before us, the life that moves through us, and the life that continues beyond us. And we've been discovering a different way of being, a movement towards wisdom-inspired living, not a life without challenges, not a life where everything is controlled or predictable, rather a life where we learn to listen, to recognize, to respond, to move with greater awareness and connection. Perhaps the greatest shift happens when we stop asking, how do I make life become what I want? And begin asking, how do I enter into a wiser relationship with life? Today we bring this journey together. Wisdom-inspired living, moving with the flow of life. Let's start by remembering the journey. When we began the series, we started with the understanding that there is a flow of life, a natural movement, a current, a connection that began long before us. And we recognized life did not start with me. Life reached me through many generations, through many experiences, through many stories. And in video 1, we acknowledged, I receive life. A simple statement, yet a profound movement, because before we create anything new, we first recognize what has already been given. When we explored belonging, we recognize that every system seeks wholeness. What is excluded often continues searching for a place, and what remains unseen often continues asking to be acknowledged. The movement became, everyone has their place, and I have mine. And when we explored receiving, we discovered that we can receive life without carrying every burden connected to it. We began separating the gift of life from the difficulties surrounding it. And the movement became, I take the life, I leave what is not mine. And when we looked at hidden loyalties, those invisible connections created through love, the places we may have unconsciously said, I will carry this with you. I will struggle with you, and I will stay connected through suffering. And we discovered another possibility. I honor you by living life fully. Then came letting go, returning what was never asked to carry. Not through rejection, through respect. The movement became, I carry forward the wisdom, not the burden. Then we explored standing in our own place, allowing those before us to have their journey, allowing ourselves to have ours. And the movement became, I stand where life placed me. Then we explored patterns, not failures, not as something wrong with us, but as messengers, as invitations, as something seeking awareness. And the movement became, I received the wisdom and allowed something new to begin. And today we ask, what becomes possible when all these movements come together? So let's look where we go from here, from fighting life to being in relationship with life. Many of us learned that life is something we must control, and we learned, work harder, push more, plan everything, prevent mistakes, avoid uncertainty, and yes, responsibility matters, action matters, Choices matter. But there is another movement, a deeper wisdom, a recognition that we are not separate from life. We are participating in life. When we are disconnected from the flow of life, we may feel, I must force everything. I must carry everything. I must figure everything out alone. And when we reconnect, something changes. We begin sensing, I belong. I am supported. I can respond. I can trust movement. And what does wisdom-inspired living actually mean? Wisdom-inspired living is not about having all the answers. It is about changing where we listen from. Instead of reacting from old patterns, we listen from awareness. Instead of moving from survival, we move from connection. And instead of asking, what am I fighting against? We begin asking, what is life revealing? What is asking for my attention? And what movement wants to happen now? Wisdom is not only something we learn, it is something we reconnect with. Did you know that alignment creates flow? When we are aligned with life, something naturally reorganizes. There is less internal conflict, less resistance, less forcing. Not because life becomes perfect, but because we stop standing against the current. Imagine again the river. The river meets rocks. It meets changes in direction. It means different landscape. Yet it does not stop being a river. It adjusts, it moves, it continues. Wisdom-inspired living is learning to move with life this way. Strong, flexible, connected, alive. And this could then become a turning point. Every generation receives something from the generation before. Some of what we receive strengthens us. Some of what we receive asks us for transformation. And the question becomes, what continues through me? We do not need to repeat everything. We do not need to reject everything. We become a place where something can transform, where old pain can become wisdom, where old survival can become strength, where old patterns can become new possibilities. In this way, we become part of the healing movement of life, not only for ourselves, but for those that come after us. So now take a moment. Allow yourself to become present. Imagine again the river of life, the same river we have visited throughout this journey. Behind you is everything that came before, all the people, all the stories, all the challenges, all the strength. Notice yourself standing here now, not above the system, not separate from it, a continuation of it. And allow yourself to recognize, life reached me. I belong. I receive what strengthens me, and I release what is not mine. I honor what came before. I stand in my place, and I allow something new to move through me. Now imagine looking forward towards life, towards possibilities, towards what is still unfolding, and notice, what is life inviting me towards? Take a moment and simply listen. The flow of life is not something we complete. It is something we continue living again and again we return to awareness. When we struggle, we ask, what wants to be seen? And when we repeat, we ask, what wants to be understood? When we feel disconnected, we ask, where have I moved away from my place? And slowly, life becomes less about control and more about relationship. This is the journey towards wisdom-inspired living. Thank you for being part of this Flow of Life series. Thank you for taking this journey through receiving belonging, releasing, standing, transforming, and reconnecting. My invitation as you move forward is to continue asking, am I moving against life or am I moving with life? And what becomes possible when I trust the wisdom already present? May you remember that life has traveled a long way to reach you. May you honor what came before. May you stand fully in what is yours. And may you allow the flow of life to continue through you with awareness, with connection, with wisdom, towards wisdom-inspired living. I trust you enjoyed this journey. And until we meet again, be safe.